Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Got a beer here. Let's check it out, check it out, check it out. From the Weldworks Brewing Company. This is Old Rip Medianoche. How does that say that?
Old Rip Medianoche. That's how I say it.
Old Rip Medianoche, barrel-aged imperial stout, established in 2015 from Greenlee, Colorado, Weld Co. Now, full disclosure, I watched a beer review about this, and it was the guys from LFX and the great Above Average Joe from the Beer Patrol, and they said that I would not think this beer is thin. Let that soak in for a second. All I know is they paid a little over $40 for this, about the 43, 44 range. Pretty expensive, right? Well, I found it around the $36 range. Still expensive, but less. So I found it over in Danville, over at Maloney's, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. You know, I couldn't find a lot of big crazy stuff lately, you know what I mean, in the local area. So I was like, you know, let's treat ourselves, off for the weekend anyway. Share it with my lovely lady. Let's do a beer review. So we picked it up. I'm not going to read any spiel onto it because I don't want to get, you know, jacked up. And I can't really remember the thing because I really just watched it to troll Joe, really. But they did say about the body being so intense that I wouldn't think this beer is thin. Let's just see. Let's see, shall we? Let's see. Listen to some Arcanum, the album. Ooh, it's pouring thick. Look, glug, glug, glug. Look at that. Okay, gonna get. All right, look, it's pouring thick. We just had a great Imperial Stout. Look, it's very reminiscent of the last Imperial Stout we just had. We had Chorus the Quasher from Hop and Frog. Okay, so Old Rip Medianoche. Okay, barrel-aged imperial stout. All right, so we'll read. There's a spiel. We'll read the spiel in a little bit. I just hope it's not too like cherry forward, like fruits and cherry. Hopefully, it's kind of balanced because I don't like too much cherry in my stuff. There you go, guys. Look at that. All right. Is there an ABV on this? Is there an ABV? Oh, who knows? Sorry, I just wanted to see if there's an ABV. 12.5. Okay, nothing too crazy. It's not like 16 or 18 or 19 or 20 or anything. 12.5. All right. Cheers. It smells extremely vinous. It definitely smells like cherry, like a plum date cherry, sherry cask almost. Got a lot of cherry coming out of this. Yeah, like tart sour cherry, mixing with like an unsmoked tobacco. A lot of char and smoke coming up. A little dark chocolate, baker's chocolate. So, all right, let's get to it. Cheers. It's a bit thin. Right there at the end, though, like it starts thick. A little oiliness builds up, then it kind of pops. And then it goes down to like the low side of a full body, tapering almost the high side of a medium, just right there at the end. It kind of goes into that a little bit. So, Chorus was actually a little bit bigger than this. Just saying. So, fuck you guys. Yeah, it does have a nice billiness to it though. There's just a little bit of the beer that thins out like right mid-body, midpoint, blows up that oiliness, then the rest of the beer thins out a little bit. It does have a beautiful pillowiness, I'm not gonna lie. There's a nice little pillowiness to the beer. It does thin out a little bit, but that's okay. Trickles down the throat, leaves a lot of nice flavors. Right now, let's get into the complexity of this beer that seems to be kind of easy drinking for 12.8. So let's try again. Earthiness, minerality in the back of the palate, little copper coin tones, I think way in the back, mixing with a tannic tonality, little char, a little bit of, there's still that dark chocolate vibe. I'll go with that dark chocolate tannin, dark chocolate vibe. Not a lot of bakers or milk chocolate. I wish this beer was sweeter than it was. It's pretty dry. There's a little bit of a pilly sweetness in the forefront, and to me it seems almost like an oat sweetness, more than like a turbinado sugar or anything like that. There's something that reminds me of maple syrup in this, a little like of a maple syrup flavor. I'm not saying there's maple syrup in it, I'm just saying there's like a maple syrup flavor. There is kind of like a brown sugar molasses kind of vibe to it. Nothing overwhelming, it's just mixing with all those dark fruits. There is that vinous quality, however, it is not as vinous as the nose and tailed, which is nice. There is dark fruits, but everything's kind of mixed together. It's an easy drinking beer. I'm not blown away by this at all, especially for the price tag. Not at all. Is it very nice? Yes. Is it anything to spend this kind of money on? Fuck no. I'm definitely going back to that kind of pipe tobacco vibe. There's a nuance of pipe tobacco, which is nice. Slightly smoked pipe tobacco. There is a charness to it. So a char, roast, smoke, dark fruits. A little bit of a tannic woody tonality of like walnut husk kind of vibe. Dark chocolate mixing in there as well. It's definitely a treat. It's a treat beer. It's a very nice beer. Now, I just don't think it should have the price tag it has. I won't say a hype, because I've never heard this beer hyped except for the LFX guys and Joe. But something had to justify that price tag to them. I don't know if it's hype or this or that. Kind of like all the Anchorage beers. You can all suck a fucking big ass dick and die in a car crash. Fuck you. $95 a bottle for 12-ounce bottle of, I don't care what you put in it. You could harvest the finest unicorn urine. It doesn't matter. I don't understand the price tag of that. And that's like a low cost beer for them. $95 a bottle? For what? Did you kill a whale to make this beer or something? I don't get it. Anyway, that's not the rant for this video. So there you go. And I wonder sometimes why I don't have a lot of subscribers. But actually, inside I know, really deep. Alright. Vinous is actually, the more I talk, the more this warms up. There's a vinous quality still lingering on the palate. So there's a little bit of that kind of sherry red wine kind of vibe just kind of lingering on the palate there. Okay. Old Ripe Medianoche features some of the most sought after casks we have ever procured for our barrel program. Old Ripe Van Winkle, Pappy Van Winkle. I get no bourbon in this whatsoever. Just want you to know that. After resting our flagship barrel-aged Imperial Stout, Medianoche, Anoke, sorry, Medianoche, not Chino, sorry. Keep on saying Medianoche cherry, not Medianoche. Ooh, nice burp though. For nearly 18 months in freshly emptied, I don't know what that is. I can't see it. ORVW 10-year bourbon barrels. Again, no, I don't get bourbon out of this at all. The resulting blend expresses notes of honey, soaked pecans. There is that kind of woody walnut husk kind of vibe in there. Freshly split Madagascar and vanilla beans. Don't really get vanilla out of this. I got something that reminded me of a hint of almost a syrup, like a maple syrup, so I don't know if that's the extra sugars they put in there. Creme pastries, or whatever the fuck else. Dark chocolate, yes. Cinnamon butter, no idea. Just a hint of dried sweet cherries. Just a hint? Are you fucking kidding me? like that's like the star of the show is this kind of off, like slightly off cherry vibe. I mean, that's the star of the damn show. I don't get any fucking bourbon. If I get maybe the softest sour mash mixing in with that kind of almost sherry-like quality. So, yeah, not blown away by this one at all. It is drinkable. It is completely drinkable. And if you like cherries, if you like that kind of Joe cherry cordial, hello. If you like that kind of vibe there, I mean, sure, you're gonna like sipping on this one for sure. And the body is playful. It's a higher body for sure. It's not the biggest beer in the world. It is a bit thin as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Because the other thing is the way that kind of that note of kind of like that, again, that oat pillowiness at the front that gives you that thick body at the beginning. That's also covering up a lot of that nuanced flavor. So you just get this kind of blanket oat, which is a lot of problems with a lot of these modern hazy IPAs. That blanket of oats covers up a lot of nice nuanced flavors. And then after that oily bubble blows that up, then the rest of the beer thins out, and then you start getting those nuanced flavors a little bit. So, it's a good beer. I'm not going to say it's not a good beer. It is a good beer. It's just not my kind of... It's not really what I would expect this to be, especially after reading it. Yeah, after reading it, it's really not any of those, really. So, yeah, I'd actually say a little bit of a fail, honestly, if I read the description compared to what the beer is, even though the beer is a drinkable, enjoyable thing. So, don't really like the price. The description is a little bit off for me. That's not what I'm getting. And glad to try it. Won't be trying another one. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So, there you go. Old Rip Medianoche, barrel-aged Imperial Stout from Weldworks Brewing Company. Well, I'm going to give it, I think, probably, let's see. Still going to give it 8.5. I think it's still a good beer. So, still damn pretty fucking nice score for this. So, there it is. 8.5 for this one. I'm going to sip on this one. I hope you have a great night. It's PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger. Here it comes. Woo!